You were at Lake Rant, where I rant about whatever my $15 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one is for Rogal, who says, rant about this playlist of the top 100 anime OPs as voted for by Digi patrons. It's in reverse order if that wasn't obvious. He links the playlist, an associated Word document, and a spreadsheet. And I gotta say that those are what interested me almost the most, because, like, the list of top 100 OPs, you know, a lot of it's obvious stuff. I mean, like, a lot of it's stuff I would also have in my top 100 OPs. We got number one is Tank from Cowboy Bebop, no surprise. Evangelion opening, number two. Gurren Lagann, number three. Haruhi's second OP at number four. That's maybe a little surprising. But then you got Lane, Ping Pong, which thank God y'all know about the fucking Ping Pong OP. Legendary shit. Steins Gate, Bakano, Revolutionary Girl Utena, Samurai Champloo, Lucky Star, Do Da Da Da, Psychopath, Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei, K-On! Opening 3, Paranoia, Agent, Trigun. Oh my god, so many fucking good OPs. Land of the Lustrous, which is a newer addition to the pantheon of pretty fucking good OPs. Kill La Kill Opening 2, that one surprised me a little. I'm not a huge fan of either Kill La Kill OP, though the second one is definitely the better one. FMA Brotherhood, first OP, Mob Psycho 2, definitely a legendary new addition to the pantheon of amazing OPs. First K-On!, another K-On!, Psychopaths, the other one. Girls Last Tour I was surprised to see so high up. I listened to it. I don't really get it personally. I don't think it would end up in my top at all. But I don't know. It's pretty recent. Maybe it's still in people's heads. Sakamichi no Apollon, Higurashi, Hajime no Ippo number 2, fucking Zeta Gundam, Represent, Re Cutie Honey, Eureka 7 OP2, Shonen no Hato, Tatami Galaxy, March Comes In Like a Lion OP2. I'm not surprised. May is a huge fan of Sayonara Bystander. It's not really my type of song as much, but I appreciate it. I think it's a good ass song. Death Parade, Berserk, Mob Psycho 100 number 1, fucking Shingeki no Kyojin, Zoku Zetsubo, Mushishi. Again, obvious choices for the most part. Now, what interested me was the realization that each person who submitted to this had 25 entries. They had their top 25 OPs listed. And yet, the vast majority of these, everything from number 60 upwards, only had 3 total votes. Everything from number 40 through 60 had 4 total votes. Everything from 28 through 39 had 5 votes. And, of course it escalates from there. So it's really interesting to think that, like, the back end of the list was so personalized. Like, there were only really so many OPs that, like, everybody thought were great. Everybody had on their list. And so, like, I really think that this maybe didn't need to be a top 100. They probably could have gotten away with making it a top 50 list just because the back 50 only have 3 or 4 votes. Whereas the number one, Tank, was on 19 lists. 19! So basically, everybody's like, yeah, Tank, obviously legendary. You have 17 votes for Eva, 12 votes for Gurren Lagann, 11 for Ping Pong Lane and Haruhi, 10 for Bakano and Steins Gate, 9 for Samurai Champloo and Utena, 8 for Durarara and Lucky Star. Those are all the ones that are, the highest numbers. 7 votes for numbers 13 through 19, 6 votes for number 20 through 27, 5 votes for 28 through 39. So it's like, basically everything that had 5 votes or more was like a much narrower category than the ones that had at least 4 votes or at least 3 votes. And granted, I still think like most of the OPs that are mentioned after that point are really good and solid. They're not like surprising to see in a list of the top 100 OPs. It's just interesting to think that like some of these are clearly the legends. Like Bebop, Ava, I mean that doesn't surprise anybody. Gurren Lagann, it's interesting because Gurren Lagann OP is not one of my personal favorites, but I think that a lot of its legendary status comes from being used in the last episode and like, having that epic feels attached to it. I mean, it's a great song, and it also appears in like if you've ever listened to like a playlist of random anime OPs, it's always going to come up, and it's going to be the one from the best show. So I think people have just heard it a whole lot of times. Um, you know, Lane and Ping Pong both I think are god tier. Not surprised to see those at the top. Steins Gate, Bakano, both, all these are legendary OPs. It is not surprising to me that these get the most votes. But when you go back into like the 3-vote area, it's like you got the Kokoku OP, which had won Best OP at the Anime Awards from Crunchyroll, I think. Or maybe it was the Reddit ones. Whatever. You have Space Adventure Cobra, Tokyo Ghoul, Kashuran Sins, Darker Than Black, Nozaki-kun, Takarajima, Pat Labor, Hunter x Hunter, Noragami Hellsing. These are all great OPs. These are all songs that I am like, yeah, that belongs in a top 100, but clearly they could have been swapped out for a whole bunch of other great OPs. So, really shows you which ones are like the universally approved versus just great OPs in general. I definitely would like to make another of my own top 100 OPs. I used to have a playlist of them. I mean, I still have it. It's still up on the Digibro channel, but it is like half the songs have been removed for copyright. So what I really want to do is make one of those videos that's just like a top 100 OPs video, because I love those, and why not? So we'll see. Maybe I'll get around to it.